On today's episode of Simply Cooking by MmmChef and Friends, I have my friend Ian from Dumouchel Meats. He has brought us such an array of beautiful stuff, but today we'll be making steak sandwiches with my favorite cut and his favorite cut, flank and hanger. I am also going to be making this delicious tallow mayo. A lot of people are not mayo people, and Ian especially. He told me he does not like mayo. Do you think we can convert him? Stay tuned to find out. I'm here with Ian from Dumouchel Meats, like I said, and he has brought this beautiful array of stuff. We are going to be working on our steak sandwiches, his fave, my fave, along with a couple other things. I've got his beautiful tallow in my pot here melting. So please, tell us what you've got going on while I heat up our grill pan.
We got some beautiful hanger steaks and flank steaks today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our marinade on them. Usually it sits for about 24, 48 hours. Really gets into that meat. It's an amazing flavor. It's one of our most popular steaks that we have.
Definitely.
And they're very cost effective.
Definitely, definitely. My favorite cut is a flank and yours is the hanger. But let's tell everyone a little bit about how we met and kind of who we are together. So I actually met Ian right here, like standing right here on another show here on Rogers TV, and I was so impressed by his stuff that I went to the butcher shop the next day, and he got me to get one of these steaks marinated in this marinade, and it blew my and my husband Wendell's mind, and we love it so much. And since then we've stayed in touch, and I come in every once in a while, and I knew when I was doing season 5 that he had to be my meat guy.
For sure.
You know,
well, I appreciate it.
Of course, of course. So he's got some pre-marinated and not marinated. He's going to make the marinade for you. I'm getting this all heated up. I've got some tallow that he so kindly made for us. I love to use tallow for cooking. I also love to use it on my skin and in my hair. And today, along with this beautiful steak sandwich, we're going to be making something that I was recently on a trip and discovered in a restaurant that I had to recreate. Like, I was in the restaurant and I saw this on the menu. First, I had to order it, and second, I thought of you right away. Although I found out since he's not really a mayo guy, but we're going to be making mayonnaise, but instead of using oil, we're actually going to be using this beef tallow.
Well,
so
maybe that's going to be a mayo that I'm actually going to enjoy.
Yeah, we will turn you from a non-mayo person into a mayo person today.
It would almost take a miracle, but I think we can do it.
I think we could do it. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your cuts and everything you're displaying, and make us your marinade.
Sure, so what we've got a hanger steak. So when a hanger steak comes together, it comes from near the diaphragm. It's a beautiful piece of meat. It's probably one of the most tender cuts on the animal. So it's referred to as the butcher's cut because it was almost never taken out of the butcher's, out of a butcher shop or out of the slaughterhouse. Yeah.
Oh, because it was a delicate. Everyone wants that piece.
They kept it for themselves. Exactly.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
There's only one piece per animal. So in the hanger itself, there's 2 sides to it, and there's a nerve that runs down the middle. So we always make sure to clean that nerve away. And you've got the beautiful pieces, and it's extremely tender. It also marinates very well, or you can just season it and grill it as it is.
Love it.
Flank steak is
my fave.
Incredible. It is a tougher cut, so it's great for a marinade.
Yep.
You slice it thin.
Against the grain, of course.
Against the grain always. You want to make sure that you're not slicing it too thick. You're going to be chewing it for a while.
Yep.
You can also butterfly it. You've got a nice thick piece, and then you can roll it up.
Yes. I love it because in traditional Italian we have the brassicola, which is the breadcrumb mixture inside. Flank is a great piece for that. I love flank because usually it's pretty affordable.
Yes.
It's really nice and lean, so super high protein for not a lot of fat, and it takes on the flavor really well of other things. And it's one of those things that you can marinate like a few days in advance or marinate and throw in the freezer.
And just have it ready to go.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the ones that we like to do is a flank steak pinwheel.
Oh, nice.
So we'll butterfly it. Put some baby spinach, provolone, maybe a little bit of pesto on it, roll it up, and slice it into these beautiful pinwheels.
I love that. So Dumouchel Meats is on where is it?
It's on Donald Street.
It's on Donald Street, that's right. A little bit east, kind of close to Saint Laurent area.
Exactly. It's right in between Vanier Parkway and Saint Laurent.
Awesome. So you guys definitely have to go check that out and pick up some of everything that he's talking about. Okay, let's get into the marinade.
Okay, so there's not a ton of ingredients, but a few. So we start with a bit of oil. So we'll you don't want to have too much, so we'll put a bit of oil in. And I'm doing 2 separate
Oh, nice.
marinade
He's doing
packages.
them in the bag there so that we can put the meat right in.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Then we've got garlic, so we use a bit of granulated garlic powder.
Cool.
So
I love garlic powder. It's actually one of my favorite spices. Wendell and I go through, you know, those little bags of garlic powder in a week. So now I actually buy like the big commercial size. I really care, you know, about using real food ingredients. So, you know, when you're seasoning up food, salt, pepper, garlic, all the simple stuff really brings out the flavor of things. So
the next one is soy sauce. So the one we have today is not gluten-free, but if you get a gluten-free soy
like a
sauce,
tamari or exactly.
you can make sure you've got a gluten-free recipe.
My favorite steak marinade before I met you was half soy sauce, half balsamic vinegar with garlic and a little oil and maybe some mustard to emulsify.
Okay.
And I've done that before on the show, but yours literally blew my mind, just next level. I don't know if it's the ketchup in there, because obviously, like, as a Canadian girl whose favorite food is frozen French fries, let's just be real, I grew up with a single mom, we ate frozen French fries. Ketchup is like my addiction. It's a problem. So maybe it's the ketchup that you added in there that just brought it up to the next level for me.
It gets that little bit of sweetness. It helps, the vinegar in it helps break down the flavor as well.
I got some fresh black pepper there.
Ground black pepper.
Nice.
Don't be shy with it.
Of course.
And then ketchup.
I think our grill is a little smoky, so I'm gonna turn it to like a 6 on both sides.
And that's one of the good things actually about using beef tallow as opposed to using oil. It's got a higher smoking point, so it actually takes a lot longer to smoke, and it's a higher temperature. So it's a lot cleaner cooking,
of course,
but also easier to cook with.
Definitely, and it doesn't add any flavor, right? So it's really clean tasting, unlike, you know, like an olive oil definitely imparts a little bit of flavor when you're frying with it.
So what we'll do, now that we've got it all in the bags, we'll put the flank steak in one, and then we'll put the hanger in the next one.
Awesome, awesome. And what's in here? This is the finished marinade.
Yeah, that's a bit of finished marinade ready to go.
I love to use the marinade left over from searing steak and marinating steak like in the sauce afterwards, or to like deglaze a pan. It's definitely, as you guys know, if you've seen my show before, I don't like to waste. So I like to use every single part of everything, and using leftover marinade right in the sauce is a great way to do that. So what's your recommended shortest amount of marinating time if you're in a pinch? And then what's your like ideal? And then what's the most?
So there's no such thing as the most. It can just stay in there for a long time. I mean,
in the freezer until you're ready to use it.
Exactly. I would probably marinate for at least 6 to 8 hours, not less. It's not really going to get into the meat if you have it less time than that. So
some people might, like Ian has at the shop, you know, like the vacuum seal machine. If you happen to have a vacuum seal machine, that can really help speed that up for you. Maybe you could get it in like a 3 hour, 4 hours would be enough.
It's not going to have the ideal
It's not going to soak that in.
No, it's going to miss a little bit.
Okay, so why don't you get those searing, and then while that's searing, tell us about some of the other meats that you brought to show us.
Sure. So we've got a few flanks that are already ready to go. So I'm going to put them on here.
Oh, this is the small one. We'll start down here because we want that sizzle.
Ah, there we go.
But this one's a little small, so you know the magic of TV. We only have the small burner and the large burner here, so we've got to kind of play around with where that is. I also have a toaster oven back here, and along with the steak sandwiches today, Ian brought us 3 different flavors of house-made sausages that they do. I've got them baking in my oven here, and I've got 2 beautiful baguettes that are day old, because day old bread for a steak sandwich is definitely the way to go. It's heating up here. That's a great sizzle.
Yeah, looks amazing.
Looks amazing.
And you can smell it.
Right away. Right away, as soon as you hit it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so while we're letting that cook, let me work on our mayo.
Okay.
And then in between, you can talk about what we've got going on here.
Okay.
So a traditional mayo is made with egg yolk, some sort of acid like a vinegar or a lemon, and then it has an emulsifier. So Dijon mustard or yellow mustard of some kind, and then an oil to bring it all together. Usually store-bought mayonnaise is made with like a canola oil or a sunflower oil. You can buy, you know, olive oil mayo and avocado mayo. But this was just next level. I was in Cape Cod and went to this restaurant, and they had this on the menu, and I was just enamored by it. I don't know. They brought it to me in a little cup on the side. I asked them to bring it to me on the side so I could see. And you know, beef tallow, when it's refrigerated, it, like coconut oil, solidifies. Yeah. So once it solidified, like the texture was like, almost like pulling butter. It was like a butter textured mayo. So we're gonna do all the traditional things, but instead of using the liquid oil, we're going to use this melted tallow. So I have 2 egg yolks in there. We've got quite a bit, so usually I would use about a cup of oil to 1 egg yolk, but we've got almost 2 cups of tallow here. Then real traditional mayo does not have fresh garlic in it, but my mayo always has fresh garlic in it.
Beautiful.
Then we have the juice of the lemon, which is our acid today. Then I have this really nice smooth Dijon mustard. You can use grainy, you can use powdered, whatever you like. Give those little flips there. And then I'm going to use my immersion blender. And this is actually what the tallow looks like when it's solidified before I melted it. It has that coconut oil texture. It's really nice and smooth. It feels really clean. It doesn't leave, it doesn't leave a residue on your skin. Like you rub it in and it's gone. Like your skin just soaks it right up.
I mean, the new fad is to have beef tallow in your moisturizer.
Yes, that is trending. You know, moisturizer, beef tallow in our air conditioner. You can use it to shave your legs instead of, shaving cream if you care. And one of the things about it is it's really like no one's really allergic to it. It's very hypoallergenic. It's really safe for people with sensitive skin. As you see, I just keep rubbing it into my hands. It's really nice. Okay, so what do you have here for us? What are you showing and displaying for us? What can people get when they come to your store, Ian?
They can get lots. We've got probably 20 different kinds of steak. We do make burgers there as well. So I brought a few of our burgers.
Beautiful.
So all the meat comes from Canada. So everything we sell is Alberta beef, Quebec chicken, Quebec pork.
Love it.
We've got Quebec lamb as well. We've got our lean ground beef. We've got our medium ground beef. We grind it fresh every day.
Oh, wow.
We use boneless chuck. So you know where it's coming from. You know what goes into it. And it's always fresh. It's not something that sits in the store, for 2-3 days, packaged in plastic, and it's always done as it goes.
I love that. I love that. I mean, and your store is so clean and well organized, and he's always got really cool little things on the counter to try, like, jerkies and spice mixes, and it's a great spot.
I was always trying to find new products, and all Canadian products. Like, I want to have local sauces. I want to have local spices. And, we have the spices from Spice Girls and Lily's Incredible.
Yes.
And, we've got Ben's BS barbecue sauce. He comes from South Mountain.
Yeah.
We've got Mike's barbecue sauce from Montreal.
That's right.
So, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal, as close as we can get.
Yeah.
We try to get as much as we can.
And it's definitely something Ian and I connected on when we met, and that's why I wanted to come and be your friend, because we have a lot of the same food philosophies,
I wanted
right?
the same.
So it's really cool to meet other people in the food industry who also care about where their food comes from, how fresh it is, local, all that stuff. I mean, Ian is a 3rd generation butcher. His last name is Slipikoff. Some of you here in Ottawa have heard that before. And he definitely, exudes that energy, right? Like, look at him. He practices what he preaches. He was telling me he doesn't eat that healthy, but then when he was describing to me the meals that he's eating, it's all whole foods. So, I like to call that the illusion of health. It can go both ways. Like, people think they're eating healthy, but they're not actually eating healthy. And then people think they're eating junky, but man, like, he's eating salads and fresh halloumi and meats and produce.
I do have a little bit of candy and chips snuck in the middle there.
Yeah, of course, as we all do.
We all have to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm eating beef tallow mayo, and my favorite food is BLT sandwiches with, lots of unhealthy gluten and stuff like that, but balance, right? If you're good 80% of it's consistency.
That's it, 80-20.
If you go into the gym 80% of the time and taking care of yourself 80% of the time, then
you're gonna live a long, healthy life.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's hope I don't spill this.
Okay.
And see if I can.
You want help?
Oh, I'm spilling it. That's okay. It's emulsifying though, which is really nice. Okay. Yesterday I did Caesar salad dressing just like this, and the jar was spinning in circles, but it went really nice. I can see that it's going to emulsify for me, but I don't have enough fat in there. So let me just go for it.
Wow.
All right.
Looks great.
Sometimes mayo splits, which I don't know if this is doing that, but it might. And if it does on the break, I'll fix it. You can always fix it by getting a clean jar or a clean blender or a clean bowl, adding in a fresh egg yolk, adding in another little squirt of the emulsifier, so the mustard, and then using this split mayo as your oil. You drizzle that in, and then it'll redo itself. Wow. And I think that might be what I have to do today. But you know what? I love doing sometimes mistakes.
Yeah.
Because then it's a way to show everybody that you can always fix it. Let me pour the rest of that in there. It's not emulsifying like I want to, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the magic of TV and make a brand new one. I'm going to use this bowl, okay? I'm going to steal it from you. Okay, I have another egg here. I have a hidden garbage can back here, everyone. I'm not pouring egg white on the floor, I promise. I have another egg yolk here. It's just separating it. And I'm gonna put it in this bowl. Excuse me. Then, like I said, another little bit of mustard, which is the emulsifier. And I'm gonna do this with my muscles. This is why I don't go to the gym at 5 a.m. because this is literally my workout, always emulsifying things. Okay, a little bit at a time. Okay.
All right. So
how's your steaks happening?
Steaks are coming along. They're probably about rare right now. A little bit more. We'll be getting there.
What's your favorite way to eat a steak? I love a medium rare.
Yeah, 100%.
When I'm cooking steak for other people, medium tends to be safe because some people like medium well and some people like rare. So, you know, if I'm doing a group of like 16 people, it's hard for me, unlike a restaurant, to do a different...
Yeah, it's hard to kind of manage.
For each one kind of thing. I love to cook steak rare and then do that for meal prep.
Yes.
And then slice it and put it in my containers because then when you heat it up,
then
it doesn't overcook, right?
Temperature.
Yeah.
Personally, when I'm cooking a steak at home, wow,
it didn't set. See, I mean, it didn't split, so it's working. But this is probably now going to take me the rest of the whole entire show. But that is cool. That is cool. I just heard our sausages. Ian's disappearing down there, and he's got an oven glove that he's putting on, and he's pulling out our sausages from our little TV oven there. Look at that. Oh, wow. They look beautiful.
So these are some store-made sausages that we have. We've got a double smoked bacon and maple syrup. We've got a merguez, and we've got a hot Italian.
Tell us a little bit about a merguez. I mean, a lot of people see these different types of sausages when they walk into the butcher, and they're intimidated. So tell us a little bit.
So a merguez is the smaller one, and it's actually in a lamb casing. So it's made with lamb. It's a spicy sausage. Originally comes from Morocco.
Okay, so it's lamb casing and lamb meat.
Exactly, lamb casing and lamb meat. So there's no pork at all in it, and they are incredible. A friend of mine comes from Morocco, and he's tried them. And he actually told me that it was the best merguez he's ever had outside of Morocco.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. So we are going to take these off the grill, and I'm going to finish this up, and we will come back from the break and build our sandwiches. All right, so on the break, we did a little bit of cleanup. I finished that beef tallow mayo, and we have this beautiful bread that I got from the fresh bakery this morning, and I spread the beef tallow on it, the mayo, sorry. Some people, you know, I don't know if you've ever seen online, some people when they're making like grilled cheese and stuff, instead of butter, they use mayo to get that bread nice and crispy. This is the texture of butter. It's literally now like butter. And that's what I use to get this nice and grill marked. Ian on the break sliced up his beautiful sausages for us. And he's currently slicing up all of the meat, the steaks, the hanger, and the flank steak. And we're going to build our own steak sandwiches exactly how we like. I don't know if you guys can see that smoke, but I'm gonna turn this down since we're on our last piece of bread. It happens real quick. Look at that, so fast. I love the sound of sizzle. Like steak is my favorite food. Is steak your favorite food?
1,000%.
Honestly, like last meal, steak every time. When I'm celebrating, I want steak every time. Oh, look at that. The MmmChef gods have made themselves known. Okay, we'll just leave that. The magic of TV. Okay. So while Ian is slicing the steak, we're going to talk about all of the different accoutrements that I have here for my steak sandwiches. Obviously, I'm going to be using my beef tallow mayo. I've got some mustard microgreens because I thought the spiciness would go really nicely. I've got some Dijon mustard. I've caramelized some onions, and I've got some Parmigiano Reggiano here that I love to sprinkle on. While I'm building my sandwich, and Ian wipes his little thing and we get his sandwich going, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the shop, maybe your hours, when people can come and see you, when you're open, when you're not, some of the other stuff that you have. Like Ian actually has his own steak spice blend. I've got it in my pantry at home and I use it all the time to grill steaks and stuff. So you can, his pictures on there. Ian also is an influencer. He has his own YouTube and Instagram channel, the Silver Fox Butcher.
Exactly.
And you can watch him cut down different cuts of meat, describe to us all the different parts of the animals, and I think you cook on there a little bit too, right?
No, just starting to cook.
Just starting to cook on there. So tell us all about that stuff.
So first off, the butcher shop is open Tuesday to Saturday.
Okay.
So Tuesday to Friday we're open 9 to 6, and Saturday we're open 9 to 5.
Okay.
So we also have a website, dumouchelmeat.ca. So
we'll put that on the bottom of the screen.
You can order online and have your order delivered to your house.
And how far do you order?
So we deliver anywhere Trek City will take it.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's within 30 kilometers of the store.
Okay.
So it's a pretty good distance.
Yeah, absolutely. So all of downtown, all of Westboro, all of the main parts of Ottawa, South Keys, Saint Laurent.
Orleans, even out to Canada.
Oh, wow, fantastic. And then if you live a little bit outside of there, you can obviously come to the store to pick up in person.
Exactly.
Or maybe you have a family member who lives in that area and it's just not meant to stay up.
No.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Actually, you know what? Like on an angle is kind of funky.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, okay. And so this is all of your fresh meats cut to order, all that stuff?
Exactly. So we cut it every day. I mean, we've got beautiful chicken. We've got our own version of a chicken cordon bleu that's extremely popular.
That's right.
So it's a chicken breast that's stuffed with ham and bacon, or ham and cheese. Usually we use Swiss and like a Black Forest ham. We wrap it in bacon and they wrap it in our own house seasoning. So it's incredible. It takes about an hour in the oven or on the grill.
Okay.
You just want to have it in direct heat if you're going to put it on the grill. And it's extremely popular. We sell tons of them every week.
And I noticed when I come to the store, you have like on the left-hand side when you walk in, you've got some freezer space and you've got some refrigeration and stuff. What kind of products do you carry in those spaces?
So we've got a lot of prepared meals. So we deal with a company out of Plantagenet called La Beanery.
Okay.
And they've got some prepared meals. They've got tortillas, salmon pie, turkey pot pie. It's really, really helpful to have something that's already prepared, ready to go.
Absolutely.
You don't have to worry about, making your whole meal. If you're in a rush, you have kids, you're looking for something easy for dinner that night.
Absolutely.
Just grab one of those.
Or you're in between your personal chef sessions and you don't have any food left in the fridge. Go down to Ian's place and pick up some pre-made meals.
Exactly. We also do have lots of different spices. We've got lots of, we carry, it's like a little grocery store.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it is
we've
like
got
a little
milk,
grocery
we've
store.
got butter, we've got, jams, we've got anything you can think of.
I love it.
Sauerkraut, pickles.
Yes, yes. He's got awesome pickle stuff. You've even got like dill pickle flavored cheeses and like really great stuff.
Yeah.
So I've put some of the tallow mayo on my warm baguette. As you can see, it kind of starts to melt a little bit. So it kind of has a texture of butter, but then it kind of holds together where it's not hot.
Okay.
I've put some spicy mustard greens on my sandwich, so I'm not going to put any actual mustard. I've got some caramelized onions here. We'll build my sandwich and then I guess we'll build yours. And then because I made longer baguettes here, I thought I would do like two different ones. I think I'm getting like off smoke from, I don't know, like the pan or something like that. So I'll let you take over and build your sandwich.
Okay, so for my sandwich, I'm gonna get some of these spicy greens. They're gonna be perfect. Gotta get your vegetables in, guys. Keeps you healthy. I am going to take a shot at, and anybody who knows me knows that I am not a mayo fan.
No, he literally told me when we were meeting to talk about this episode that he's not a mayo guy. He doesn't like mayo.
Yeah, but here we go. I'm going for it today.
I think he'll like it. As he's doing that, I'm going to get a couple pieces of my favorite, the flank steak here. I'm going to make half of a flank steak sandwich. And then I think I'm going to use some of your hot Italian sausage here on the other half of my sandwich. That's this guy here, right?
Yes, exactly.
I did get to try a bite of the merguez on the break. It is spicy. It has a nice kick to it, but not too much. I think that might be my favorite sausage that you brought. Like, I would love to make like an orzo pasta with that in there.
Sounds delicious.
Okay, and then I've got some freshly cracked black pepper here.
I'm gonna put a little.
I love salt, so I've got extra salt here. And then we'll close this up. So the reason I have this salad here is because steak sandwich and salad, I mean, delicious. And I thought we would talk about one of the products that Ian's really got. We don't have a lot of time left, under a minute, but if you could tell us a little bit about your beef crisps,
of course,
which Ian has here behind him. I'm going to take the bag and show it off. May I open the bag?
Of course you can.
Okay, you tell us about it.
It's a protein snack. So it's a 30-gram package, has 23 grams of protein. It's only beef and salt. So there's no preservatives, there's no additional things, and literally it's like a chip.
It is,
so
crunchy
it
chip.
Crunches. So if you want to have a healthy snack, you want something that, you're craving chips, you want a replacement, this is the ideal thing.
And if you want some bacon bits or beef bits on your salad, check this out. Check this out. I love it.
So they're crunchy. I mean, it's not a traditional jerky. It's like jerky's better cousin.
And where can people find this?
You can find it online at beefcrisp.ca, and we do have them in the store at Dumouchel.
Oh, fantastic. This is a new product. I can't thank you, Ian, enough for appearing on the show here with me today. These beef crisps are next level.
Thank you for having me.
So clean, so delicious. This is going to be my new favorite salad topper for quick lunches. I mean, who doesn't love to pack a lunch and have like that crispy, salty, all that stuff in there? You can add 23 grams of protein to your salad. So 2 boiled eggs and a pack of this in a lunch salad, you're hitting your 30-gram mark, and you're good to go. Let's cut our sandwiches and take a big cheers, and then we'll take a big bite. Honestly, Ian, it's been such a pleasure. I've loved having you. We'll see you guys next time on Simply Cooking by MmmChef.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
You're invited to join us for the next hour to learn all about Maxville Manor. You're going to be surprised about what's happening in the community and the big redevelopment. To learn more, tune in.
Just like any other job, to succeed in the NHL, you gotta take care of business.
You need to know how to motivate fellow employees. Come on, boys! It's important to be goal-oriented.
Assist team members whenever possible. Always put the customer first.
Listen to this builder. This place can't believe what they just saw.
Hey, beats a desk job.
What's wrong with a desk job?
Some of Canada's most accomplished and fascinating people share their lives, insights, and stories each week on Canada Files. This season, I'll be speaking with former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, music producer David Foster, writer Malcolm Gladwell, and comedian Martin Short, among others. I'm Valerie Pringle. I hope you can join us.